Committed. The funny thing about commitment is the emotion of it is hard to feel when the test of it comes. When you're swept up in the emotion of a new romance, for instance, it's easy to make boundless promises and mean them with all your heart, but the test of that commitment comes when you feel ambivalence or boredom or even anger towards a love that's no longer new and has perhaps become challenging. And so the test of that commitment becomes a test of faith. And so it goes with a dream or a vision. Commitment is key to making it beyond the multiple seasons of fear, uncertainty, and doubt that will invariably arise, perhaps be overcome, only to arise again. Commitment is like a promise we make to our future self to keep going when we feel like it's hopeless or that it doesn't matter or that we were a fool to believe we could transcend our limitations. In other words, commitment's test comes when our emotions call for a revolt against it. Kind of like having an eye test after being struck blind. So by what power then can we overcome and keep going? Here's 3 ways I've come up with that can light our path when the lights go out, or 3 ways to keep our commitment to our dream when we feel like running for the hills. Number 1 is knowledge. Knowing that this will happen far in advance of it happening can't be underestimated. We humans are a naive bunch as a rule, and many of us, when we make commitments, think that the measure of its strength comes with the lack of doubt we have about it when we initially make the commitment. But that's not true. The test of its strength comes when we no longer feel it. So when we face the reality that massive storms and waves of doubt will inevitably come no matter how right or good it is for us to commit ourselves to our goal, we prepare like a soldier packing ammo for a future battlefield. And we then don't fall easily into the trap of measuring the validity of a commitment against the arrival of the doubts that will inevitably come. The doubts will come, and along with it, the true test of that commitment. Knowing it's coming leaves you in the position to say to the waves of doubt, "I've been expecting you," and thus eliminating a certain amount of their capacity to take you off course. There goes a train. Number 2, way to stack the game in your favor when the game seems to be stacked against you is habit. A habit of workflow, a daily writing commitment, or a daily habit of work towards your goal, regardless of how you feel about it, means that even when you don't feel like it, you will persevere anyway. Mixing the knowledge that the waves of ambivalence will arise with habits of work you have in place is a powerful means towards weathering the storms. Keeping ourselves in the flow of work, even when our emotions urge us in the opposite direction, helps us go a long way towards avoiding the dangers of losing our momentum and having to start all over again down the road with the hangover of failure. You ever had the hangover of failure? It's not a fun hangover. If you're going through hell, keep going. That's how the cliche goes, and we can apply it here. Because when a dream is important to us, ambivalence towards it is a certain kind of hell, feeling lost and hopeless. It sucks. But we've equipped ourselves with the knowledge that this will happen, so it's okay, as well as the habits of working through it. And this goes far with this plane going overhead right now, with reestablishing energy and excitement. Damn. It's like literally right over my head. With reestablishing energy and excitement towards it and deflecting and defeating the storms of doubt. We can defeat those storms of doubt, no doubt. We defeat those storms of doubt, yeah. We defeat those storms of doubt, no doubt. We defeat those storms of doubt. Then we make a video and shout about it. The strength of commitment comes. The strength of our commitment builds during seasons such as these. When we see ourselves persevering in spite of how we feel, we are in a sense at the commitment gym lifting heavy weights. We have the commitment personal trainer with us. Think of all your doubts as that, the personal trainer of your commitment. You'll go a long way, which brings us to number 3. The third tool in our perseverance toolkit is faith. Faith is crucial here as well. It's hard to deny the spiritual aspects of deep commitment. When we look at a marriage in the traditional sense, it's not only a commitment to your spouse that you make, but a commitment to God. Faith without works, they say, is dead, but we've taken care of the works part with the habit. We keep working, but work alone only takes us so far. We strengthen that work with faith, where human emotion abandons us. When human strength only carries us so far, we need spiritual backup. When the demons of ambivalence attack, we lean into the Spirit and pray towards the direction of our dreams. Help is there for us when we ask for it. Don't be afraid to ask for it, and don't be afraid to pray for it. God, help us keep moving forward towards the full expression of who we were put here to become. Help us transcend our doubts. Help us to be of service towards you and others. Help us be a factory of lights. Restore our vision and restore our drive towards who you would have us become. And as always, keep swinging. I love you. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell us about how you keep your commitments when you don't want to, because that's what it's all about. Have a good one.